Excel 9, making sense out of your data. So in Excel 8, you calculated the price for each item. You had a weight per pound, you knew how many you needed, you had so many ounces and how much that cost per ounce, and you totaled them up, added them all up for a total, and you divided by 8 to find out what the cost was per person. So does this make sense? Are these reasonable numbers? Graphs are an easy way to look at your data and make more sense out of it. Today I want you to look at this. Of the 6 items and their cost, how do they compare to each other? So I'm selecting the item names and the totals, nothing else. Now to make a graph, you need to be able to see your gallery. So go to View, Elements Gallery. If that's not already open, open it up. There's all kinds of graphs here that will tell you all kinds of things. Here we're comparing items as part of the whole meal, and for that a pie chart makes the most sense. And let's just go with a really simple one. I know there's fancier ones, we can play with that later. Just click on the type of chart, it takes whatever you've selected and makes a chart out of it. And it's very obvious from this that the turkey is the most expensive part. Meat is usually the most expensive part of any meal. Stuffing is pretty large. Maybe I've got a mistake there. I'll come back and look at that later. Pie is pretty expensive, but yeah, that makes sense. Potatoes, very cheap part of the meal. And yeah, potatoes are pretty cheap, 48 cents a pound. So make one of these charts and be sure to submit this as Thanksgiving cost. And if you think there's any corrections in here, you can make them in here easily. If I thought stuffing really should have been 10 cents a pound, and I'm just picking this up arbitrarily here, if I thought it was 10 cents a pound, it changes it for me right there. If it should have been 40 cents a pound, you can see it change right away. You've told the computer to total this based on what the price is per pound, and you told it to graph that, so it does it for you automatically. I'm going to return this back to 20 cents a pound, 20 cents an ounce. There's my numbers. Use your numbers, create a pie chart. It should label it automatically. Turn this in today by the end of class period.